Hello students, welcome to next generation classes, and today's topic is pair of linear equation in two variables. This is a very vast topic, so I have divided into 10 equal parts. In this part I am explaining the introduction of this chapter, and we will learn about the introduction of pair of linear equation in two variables. So let's start. Pair of linear equation in two variables is the part of algebra of class 10th mathematics. So all the rules that apply to algebra are also the part of pair of linear equation in two variables. To understand what does the name really means, I have to make a postmortem report the name of this chapter. Here we have this thing written over here, variable. So what does a variable means? The quantity whose value is not fixed is called variable. For example, if I take two equations that x minus 2 is equal to 0 and 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, in these two scenarios, in first scenario I'll get x value 2, and in second scenario I'll get x value 3 by 2. Though I have taken the same variable x, but the values are different. That means the value of variable depends upon the equation in which it is used. So you can clearly see that the value is not fixed. Similarly, we have here two variables. So I can say that in these equations I am getting two such variables. Maybe they can be represented by xy or maybe another alphabets. Now students, let's learn other components that may also maybe apply along with the components that you can see in the name of the equation, like constants. Constants are the quantity whose value is fixed. Here you can see that you are subtracting 2. Here you can see that the value of x is 2. Here you can see that you are dividing it by 2, and here you can see that 2 is multiplied to x. But in all the scenarios, the value of 2 is fixed. It is not changing. I am not taking another value for this equation and another value for 2 in this equation, and also I am not taking another value for 2 in any of these equations. So 2 is a constant. So example for the constant is 2, 3. During the postmortem, I can also see that the part linear here is also implies to the side degree. What is degree? Degree is the highest power of the variable. So if I say I have given two equations, number 1 x minus 3 is equal to 0, and another equation x square minus 4 is equal to 0. In this case, the highest power of the variable is 1. So we can say that the degree of the equation is 1. Here in this case, the highest power of the variable is 2. So we can say that the degree is 2. But what does this thing degree really means? This thing is really easy to know, but if you go further in deep, you will know that degree 1 implies to linear equation, and degree 2 implies to directly quadratic equation. And there are so many other examples I can take, but for the sake of this topic I am taking only these two examples to explain you what is degree. Degree is very important topic, as I have already explained that with degree 1 you can have a linear equation. But does it implies anything else? Yes, it does. You can have how many values of x from here? Let me find it out. X is equal to 3. There is no other value that can satisfy this equation other than x is equal to 3. But here in this equation you can have x minus 2 and x plus 2. Here you can see that I have two different values of x. One is at 2 and other is minus 2. So in this case and in this case, these are two different cases, and I am having different values for x. In first equation I am having only a single value for x, and in the other I am having two values of x. Can you say why? Yes, because of the degree. Here degree is 1, and hence we have x is equal to 3 as the only solution of this equation. But in this case here we have degree 2, hence The number of values that can satisfy this equation here is 2. You can also call them roots. So a degree of the quadratic of any equation, degree of any equation implies the number of solutions that can satisfy this equation. Here the linear equation means that the variable must not have power or degree more than 1. Now a question comes in my mind, why pair of? We need as many as equations, as many as variables we have. Pair of directly implies that if I have two variables, I require two equations to solve them and find out the values. Equation, everybody knows equation, but let me explain how equation is formed. As we all know that 2 is a constant, x is a variable, but when we product them, we will get 2x, which is a term. Okay, so when we combine such terms, 2x plus 3y, let's say, we'll get 2x plus 3y. What is 2x plus 3y? It is an expression, I guess. Yes, it is. Now, if this expression is implies to another expression, if this expression implies to variable, or if this expression implies to any constant, this equal to size implies that these all are the equations. And why they are linear? Because they have degree 1. And why they are linear equation in two variables? Because they have two variables. So this all, whatever I have explained you till now, is come up with a conclusion that we must have the general equation of pair of linear equation in two variables, and it must be in such kind of a format. Let's see how. So the general equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, where x and y are variables. Variables are those who don't have fixed values. So we have to find out the values of variables here. And what are these a1 b1s and c1s and a2 b2 c2s? They all are real numbers. Okay, so they can be replaced by any real number in any equation. Okay, so in this video we have learned about various components of algebra and which are related to pair of linear equation in two variables. We have postmortem the name of pair of linear equation in two variables. In next video we will learn about what kind of solution does pair of linear equation in two variables have. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.